All right, I'm in the Acacia Reserve tournament. I'm playing on my 22 account, which is the brand new account that I've got. It's played 42 games. What is funny is if you play in the tournament and you don't win, it doesn't count against how many games you played. It only counts if you win that hole, since we don't have shootouts in the tournaments. But played 42 games, and 10 or 11 of them have been in the tournament now. Just got baby stuff. The screw up on the front was hole number 6. I think that's a par 5. That hole, I dropped that too, and I was there. I could have put myself in a better position, and I hit it perfect into the cup, and it just missed it. But that was the error there. Everything else is the way I can't get to in this account. Well, I suppose I could shoot it from distance, but hole number 10. All right, I'm taking my number 1 bag, and I'm taking a ball with some side spin. So I'm going to take a katana. Actually, I'm going to take my number 2 bag. I can hit that with a quasar or a quarterback. My quarterback hits at 1.5 per ring for my wind adjustment. And this wind's going pretty well with us. And there is a max overpower hook shot you can do from outside over there, and this kind of wind is really going to help you. But it looks to me like they're going to lay it up. I'm not sure if they just eyeballed that or if that's where they want it, thinking of where the wind's going to push them. I have no idea. And there is a rough bump. If you're in that side right there and you've got the club to do it, there is a rough bump that you can do from that angle. I can't really use any of the wind, so we're just going to take it all out. 3.3 rings. Here's 3-3. I'm going to lean just a little. Hitting it perfect. And this should put me in my backbone, I believe. And I don't have a real good read on it because I don't have a very good ball guide in my backbone, but at least I have a little bit of backspin spin in it. And this is what I'm talking about. There is a rough bump there, but you need a club that's got some topspin to get you up there. Otherwise, you're going to have to do a backspin shot. I'm not sure what a Grim Reaper hits per ring. That great to the right wasn't helpful. Great to the right was the only thing that got him close. The backbone, 1.7. So let's do the wind. 3.6 divided by 1.7. 2.11 rings. .11 rings. There's 2, 1. Hitting it perfect. Getting the hole. Might have a shot. Might have a look. Woo! In the hole. All right, that made up for hole number 6 on the front. That's the whole thing about dropping a shot off the minimum score is now you had a shot. That shot, it's basically a 2-shot swing. So that shot put me back on track, but I'm still 1 down from where I would have been if I'd have just played the minimum. That is excellent. Picking up anything in this account is excellent. All right. Somewhat back on track. Hole number 2. This is a brutal freaking hole. Which way is the wind blowing in this? Headwind. And I'm using a quasar. Same bag. Quasar. And it's 1. Let me look at my notes here. 1.1 times whatever the wind is divided by 1.5. We'll get out there and get on it. Now, I pulled back because I was playing this with a marlin. But in order to make sure I get into the right spot on the second shot, I did pull back to the +3 mark. And if we have a headwind here, I'm going to stay, I think I'm going to stay at the +3. What we don't want to do is screw the drive. I'd rather be short and struggle on the second shot than to be long on the first shot, because if I'm long on the first shot, then I'm kind of screwed. I can go with my rough iron and go into this fairway if I have to hit with my rough iron, but I would prefer not to ever pull that rough iron out of my bag. Fairway green. Oh, close. That'll work, my friend. Okay. I'm going to pull back to the +2 mark. .3, 2.42 rings. I'm going to do 2.42. I'm going to lean just a little. Hitting it perfect. Whoa down, Cat Daddy. Whoa down. Now the one thing about this next shot is I think where I was hitting to over there, I think it was actually putting me in my short iron range, and short iron was I'm just using a basic short iron, so I'm not really getting any kind of a read on it. There's no adjustment. I don't have any spin. And 1 ball guide or 2 ball guide. Whatever comes with the beginner stuff. They might be in the rough here. Whew, they got lucky again. Close. And I really just want to be kind of straight out right where I'm in front of me. Three, 2. 3.2 divided by 2. 1.6 rings. I'm going to do a little extra, like 1. And I'm going to slightly lean. Hitting it perfect. And just get me up there on the top and open up that lane with this club, because I don't have any kind of spin or any stuff on it. I can't do any backspin or anything on it. I just got to guide it up there. I want to be able to guide it through this lane right here, because they're well, that really sucks. And I have the Apache and the Runner, but the Runner would give me a little bit of topspin so I could go up there, but I have even worse ball guide with the Runner than I do with the beginner, so it's not worth. And it's pretty expensive. I was kind of, I say expensive, 1,600 coins, but it's 1,600 coins. So it is 1.3 times 3.8 divided by 2.8, 1.76 rings. Get lined up. 175. Hitting it perfect. Woo! In the hole. Look at that. Look at that. That shot will work right there. That dog will hunt. All right. Getting me on track. Hole number 12. What is hole number 12? Hole number 12 is hole number 3. This is the first par 3, and I can't remember any of these par 3s, so let's go look at it. All right. This is where any kind of ball guy would be good, because I'm shooting it from back here and running it up, but I need to start off on the left-hand side because it breaks at about 30-40 degree angle and comes to the cup. So, and you need to hit the green at just the right speed in order for it to just roll down the green and break to the cup. If you hit it too fast, it'll run through the break and just go straight. And if you hit it too slow, there's a good chance you won't even get to the green. I'm going to play this with a... Which way is the wind blowing? Which way is the wind blowing? I'm going to play this with that bag right there. Like, I have a lot of options. I have access to 5 bags, but I only have 2 bags worth of clubs. I'm going to play it with a navigator just to cut the wind down just a bit. I'm looking at my notes here. Let me look real quick. Let me go back here. Let me what club do I have? I have a Viper 5. Let's go to clubs. I'm using Golf Clash notebooks. Wood, the Viper, and we'll go to wind chart. I'm using a power. I got a level 5 power 1 ball. It's 2.1 per ring with the Viper, and I've got it down on my notes as 2.3 at mid, 2.6. Level 5 max, 0 power ball, 2.1. Level 1, or excuse me, level 5 power 1 ball. If I can get my shit straight. Hole number 3, it's 2.1, 2.3, 2.6. I think I'm going to be in the 2.3 range. That's with a Viper. In one-on-one play, when you first start, it's not, you can worry about mid and min, but the whole deal is to just build up the muscle memory of actually making wind adjustments. But when you're playing in tournaments and you're really trying to dial it in, this can play a big difference. Making a 2.1 pull as opposed to a 2.6 pull, that can make a big difference. So knowing where you're at in your club. That's why you'll see a lot of people when they're playing, let's say you're using your Viper and here's the max that the club will hit and here's the minimum that the club will hit. You'll see them pull their club forward and find out where their red line is. And then they'll pull their club backwards and find out where their red line is so they can see their range. And then this would be the center. So this would be mid, and this is max, and this is min. So like where you're hitting the shot. So like you're setting the shot up and you're in mid club, then you want to be at that 2.3. If you're back here against your red line, this especially works if you're playing against a headwind day and you're all the way up against your minimum red line, and you pull the wind out. I mean, you truly are at minimum club. It can make a difference. But in one-on-one, for those of you that are new, I would just play your max numbers and it'll get you in the range. And the whole deal is just stay on the fairway and get on the green, make your putt. And 50% of the time, people will just screw that up. I'm going to play wherever the hell I'm at in my club, divided by the wind. And since I don't have any ball guide, I can't like lead it to the cup so that I really know I'm on track. So even if I hit a great here, it could go in. I don't want to hit a great to the right though. I'm going to be more focused on where the second bounce is, because if you hit a great to the right, I do not want to clip that rough. So 4.2. And where the hell am I at in my club? There's max. There's min. I'm at minimum club. Divided by 2.6. 1.61 rings. And I'm at the wrong angle. I'm going to run out of time. And I hit a great. And I'm in big ass trouble here on the second bounce right here. Nothing like waiting till the last second. Couldn't get it where I couldn't get it where I wanted it. Forgot to tell where I was at in my club. I should have known I'd be a minimum. Minimum doesn't change. Minimum for every club is the same, so I should have known I was in just minimum club. What was I thinking? Now they have a bigger ball, so of course their minimum is farther up. But you can play. You do not have to play this with a power 5. I'd almost forfeit if it wasn't in a tournament. I'd almost. Hey, I exchange. I'll give you a win and a chest for that ball, because I'd really like to have that ball in my inventory. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Now they're in the sand. They're aiming right at it, and if they hit that perfect, they're going to end up right in the sand on the first bounce. Boom. There you go. That club is, minimum club is 2.6 per ring, so they were 4 mile an hour wind. 4 and some change. Hitting it perfect. In the hole. All right. All right. It wasn't an epic fail. You can make this, dude. Maybe. This is the problem with lower level stuff. This is why I know people have played for a long time. You can poo-poo it off and go, hey, you know, the fairway to green thing, I can recover. Hey, when you got brand new clubs, you do not want to have to recover. Look at what you're having to deal with here. That would be okay if you were in a sand trap in the middle of the fairway. You know, that ball guide's not going to kill you. But on a shot like this where you're trying to recover and make it, you got nothing. You got no tools. And that could still go in, because it does break a little. Went too fast through the break. Went too fast through it. All right, all right. Just play smart. Play smart. Oh, I need to clear out some chests. I won one right there and didn't get a chest. I haven't been to my home screen. Just been staying in the deal. Let's clear out a slot. Maybe I'll get lucky. No dice. I got a firefly. I would have rather got just one kingfisher. Just one. Maybe we'll get a kingfisher right here. If we get a kingfisher, it's going in the bag immediately. We're going to have to go to Golf Clash Notebook and find out what the... Come on. No dice. No dice. Let's try. Let's gamble. Let's roll the dice and see if we can get like one. We'll open up one of these chests and see if we can get a kingfisher. No dice, but I can upgrade my my Viper. I do have an upgrade for my Viper. What does that upgrade get me? Gets me a little bit of spin, a little bit more top, a little bit of top spin, something. But that's damn near, that's half my coins. And can I afford to do that right now? I gotta think about, gets me a little bit more power in my backbone, a little bit more backspin. Some ball guide. And that's 4,300. If I want to upgrade both those clubs, that's my entire bankroll. I think. What hole am I on? Let's look at the holes that I'm on here. I think this is the hole that ate my lunch. Hole number 13. Is that right? Yep, hole number 13, this par 4. Which way's the wind blowing? It's blowing favorable for us. I think this is one of those holes that the spot that I get into, I'm going to be in short iron. So I'm going to have to take this with the... I tried on the front. Let me look at this hole a little. This is a hole right here that you can go for it and it can kick your ass. Because we don't want to end up anywhere in the rough, anywhere, or in the sand, anywhere. I think we can recover if we end up there. I have upgraded from the beginner stuff, and even the basic, the next club up is 20 yards farther than the beginner, so I think I can recover, but ideally I'd like to be in the fairway. But the spots that I'd be hitting to get to the cup are going to be in short iron unless I can get all the way up to the tip. And I'm not sure I can get around this way to get over there without doing some big overpower. It takes, with an extra mile 9 and a power 5 ball. Let me make sure I'm using a power 5. I am using a power 5 on this. You're getting here and your second bounce is like right in that area, trying to get it over. So it's real tricky on the second bounce, and that's running all of my top spin and putting a little bit of wind back. And the best I can get here is I do have some of those 3 topspin boost balls, so I can get 5 topspin versus 7 or 8. But I'm not having to do any overpower with my upper developed club. I almost feel like going for it. I could go try and get out into this range. Now, the last time we were here, I didn't quite get far enough, but you can get far enough that you can run it up there. I still think you're going to be in short iron. But it'd be like hole number 1. You're in a good spot with short iron. Let me look at that. That wind is helping us again. I did try the one hitting off of the island, but if you're hitting off of this little pad right here, the thing about this pad is it's domed, and you really need to hit where you've got the ball lined up. But I have no ball guide to really tell me where I'm going out here. But you have to take you can't get any more forward push because you have to take the wind out. Otherwise, you're going to just end up right here. And if you end up right here, you're definitely in trouble. Definitely. Big trouble. Big trouble. It is so damn hard to get over here. I'm going to just shoot. I'm just going to play it safe on this hole and shoot for this tip out here. But I am going to bring out a little bit bigger ball to try and help me get out there. And we've got the wind in our favor. So the 4 power 3 side spin. I might need that ball. I'm going to need one of them on hole number 6. I think that's the ball I was using. But I have 2 of them. So let's use one right here. Let's use one right here and switch to my massive number 1 bag. And I do have an upgrade for get a little bit more ball guide. 340. I got to take that. I got to do that. I'm 7 accurate, so instead of 3, it's 2.9, 2.85, 2.9. And I got a little bit of ball guide. Woohoo! Look at that. And I have enough to get it to the next level. Now I'm going to pick up some distance and some backspin and some more ball guide. Shit, we got to do that. And I can afford it. It's not going to bankrupt me. That's the thing when you start a new account. Don't think real long and hard. Like, yes, I'm using my Viper and I'm using my backbone. So, you know, this upgrade is gonna, you know, it gives me a little bit of topspin, gives me a little bit of backspin, a little bit of curl. What I really like is a little bit of ball guide. That would be more helpful on this club if I could get past the 3, like 3.1, because then you can really kind of see where it's going to go, really start to get a good look at it. But that 4300 is killer. Yeah, neither one of those are good. All right, take a deep breath. Deep breath. I'm doing a plus 10 on the drive, 1.1, and let's go look. Let's go look. Driver. Just make sure, extra mile, wind chart. I got a level 3 extra mile and I'm playing it with a 4 power ball. So max is at 2.8, not 2.9. With a power 3, power 2 ball, it's 2.9, but with the power 4, it's 2.8. All right, here we go. Neither one of the clubs that I can upgrade are going to be the ones that are going to help me on this. What I need is a short iron. Need that Kingfisher opened up. And I definitely don't want to spend the cheddar at this stage. You need to play some, I'll have to play some one-on-one to get my coins up so that I can afford to start opening up, at least expanding on some of the clubs that I am playing with. Times the wind divided by 2.8. Here we go. Okay, 2.6. It's 1.02 ring, so I'm going to just do 1. If I can get lined up with the wind. 1 ring. I'm going to look at where I'm trying to hit, and then I'm going to push that forward moving wind back on, which isn't a lot. Hitting it perfect. And I was rubbing the nubs at the bottom. Let's see if I didn't quite hit it far enough to get me a window, and I didn't quite hit it far enough there either. playing with a power 3 ball. Can't see what level club that is. Looks like an extra mile though. And that grate might hurt him. Right there on this last bounce. Now they can recover from there, so it's not like you can't recover, but it would be nice to and that shitty short iron. 3.1 divided by 2.8, 1.1 rings. And it looks like it's breaking right. I'm going to go straight at it because I can't tell. 1.1 rings. There's 1-1. Hitting it perfect. Close, but no cigar. And that ending up on the right hand side like that is about speed, because as it was bouncing through there, if it had enough speed, I think it would have been on track, but as it's slowing down, there's so much movement on the course that it's breaking. And it's just hard to tell when you have no ball guide. When you're playing one-on-one, it's, you know, you sink some shots every now and then, it's not that big of a deal. The big deal is just getting on the green and forcing your opponent to have to match up with you. And occasionally you're going to catch a match where your opponent sinks one of those from distance, and that's how it goes, you know. Congratulate them and replay them. But I like being this close on putts, I can tell you that. You have the choice. You have the choice. I've said this many times, and I'll keep saying it. You have the choice in this game of whether or not you want to get good at making long putts. And to me, that is a long putt. I do not like taking putts in that length, because those putts you can hit a grate like that, and ooh, they got lucky that went in. Golf Clash is notorious for ringing the toilet bowl, because these cups aren't really cups, they're funnels. And Golf Clash is notorious for you hitting a shot like that and then it just whips out. It's the gravity-defying ball. Hole number 14. Hole number 5. All right, one top spin with a quasar plus 10. 1.1 times whatever the wind is divided by, I think I'm in my backbone, which is 1.7 per ring. Yes, sir. One top spin. 1.1 times the wind divided by 1.7. I'm taking a quasar. And I probably could take a navigator here. I don't know that I'm using all of the side spin. If I need to, I'll switch back. That bag will work. Off we roll. It seems a little weird, and when you first start, you know, you get stuff like those club cards, you know, like upgrading your clubs. Go to Golf Clash Notebook or Golf Clash Tommy. Go to those sites and you can see what the clubs are going to do as you upgrade them to make the determination on whether or not it's worth spending that much of your bankroll. Like right now I'm playing Tour 3 and it's 800 a match. And you really don't want to go, like I've got experience playing these holes, so I know the hole before we get to it. I mean, I know as soon as we get on the hole, I know, okay, yeah, this is what we do on this hole. But if you haven't played and you don't know, and you're trying to learn the holes as you're trying to learn the game, I'd highly recommend that you have a little bit more in your bankroll than just enough to play once. Expect to take a few lumps. 4.3, 2.78 rings, 2.8 rings, 1 top spin, 1 side spin. How much room do I have? Got to make sure I pull back far enough to give me a room to get there. .78 rings. Here's 2, 7, 8. Oh. That would have been closer. I think I would have missed on the other side, but it would have been. It's hard to tell because when it rolls out through those moguls, it's just really hard to tell unless you hit perfect. But I think I would have missed right on the other side. Damn, perfect. In the hole. And once again, I like taking these short putts. In the hole. All right. All right. What is the next hole? The next hole is where I failed on the front. I think. Yeah, this big par 5. Now that wind is not really going to be. It's going to be like on the second shots because we're hitting where we're hitting it at over to here. It is a little bit of headwind. This might be the same exact one we had on the front that got my ass in trouble. We need 3 side spin on the other side, but I will tell you that I brought out a power 4 ball because I don't have a power 5 ball with side spin, but I had a power 4 ball with side spin, and I really almost feel like just getting the eagle on this. I was going for the Albie. I was trying to put myself in the right spot because if we put ourselves in the right spot, we have a pretty decent shot at Albie here. And I ended up way short and then ended up screwing myself. Let's see what I have here. Now, first of all, I do have a little bit more distance than I had before, which is good. And that ball's only got 2 side spin, damn it. I really wanted to take this ball. This is the ball I wanted to take. All right, I think I can make it this time. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Let's play it. Let's play it. I'm going to do a 15% adjustment on the drive, and I'm not so sure it shouldn't be bigger because it is way downhill. Not that that really fucking matters in this game because they're totally inconsistent. So, I mean, if you think about, you draw the line, and your ball's coming in, and it hits right here, and then it's going to do its bounce. And let's say there was a mound right here. Well, now you're hitting up here, so it's not in the air as far, and it doesn't travel as far because it's going to continue to go down at that angle, so you've lost this much distance. So you would think it would try and play consistent, but it does not play consistent. 3.4 divided by 2.8, 1.4 rings. I'm going to get over here as far as I can to try and give me as much room as possible. .4, 1.4 rings. I'm going to do 1.5 just to be safe. And there's my curl, and I need a little bit of overpower. Hitting it perfect. I'm not going to have a very good second shot, but I will have a better second shot than I did on the front. That is a tough... You're hitting into the spectators, dude. Oh my gosh, they just hit into the spectators. There's going to be a bunch of people pissed off. Didn't warn them, didn't get the course marshal out there, didn't do any of that. What the hell were you thinking? Yeah, I got plenty of room. Question is, do I have enough side spin? No. .1 divided by 2, 2.55 rings, 2.55. Let's get lined up. I'm just going to do 2.5. Now I'm going to have to lean a little. And I hit it great to the right. So I got all that going for me. On the front, I left myself short. I should have actually pulled the rings. One of the things about a Firefly is a Firefly emulates when you get your club. When you start getting Tour 7 clubs, one of the clubs is the rapier. And there's two groups of people in the world. For those of you that are new, there's Inbringer people and there's rapier fans. I believe there's nothing you can do with an Inbringer that you can't get done with a rapier, but there's some stuff you can do with your rapier. You can run topspin. And so the Firefly emulates that running your topspin. It's the poor man's rapier. But that Firefly is super finicky. You got to hit that thing perfect. There are times when you can hit it, you're up close and you can hit it great to the left or the right, but the Firefly is a great club. It's a game-changing club when you've got lower developed stuff, but you need to hit it perfect. And they are like... All right. Like what the hell? I guess they were just trying to hit to that area over there. Like that's right where you aimed it. Were you trying to get that in the hole? I don't think you were trying to get that in the hole. What's the deal? Thanks for the chest, though. I mean, I'm not going to complain about that. Now we get to open up another one. We might get a kingfisher. Of course, we'll get a kingfisher, and I won't need the short iron anymore. I think I'm past that. There was 2 holes on this course that you needed a short iron. And I think I'm past those. All right. I have no idea what's at the top, but we're getting up there. In these lower, this is a tier 1, brand new. Everybody in here is brand new. There's definitely people in here that have played before. So that's not to say that there's somebody at the top that doesn't have a monster score, but just shooting minimum score here is like big, huge. Could win me the tournament. Just staying on a -24 track. Hole number 16. Hole number 16, which is hole number 7. All right, I really want to make this hole this week. And this is one of my favorite par 3s in the game. And this new pin placement is difficult, and this club right here is difficult just to start off with. .65, which way's the wind blowing? And I want to take any bag with a backbone. And this is where, let's see, the 35 backspin is just enough, like barely enough. And that little bit of ball guide's not necessarily going to do me any good. Let me think. I'm going to upgrade it. And I would think long and hard if you're brand new about making that upgrade right there if you only had that many coins, because that'll give me 4 matches in 2 or 3 before I'm broke. And what you don't want to do is have to start watching videos. Now you can join Facebook and get some Facebook friends. Join a clan so you can find some friends and go out and play some one-on-one against your buddies, and maybe you'll get lucky and win. But the idea is to not lose all your crap. And like I was saying earlier, I know the hole, so and I know how to use the wind ring method. So I have a couple legs up going to the hole. Times the wind divided by 1.7. All right, here we go. Here we go. We'll do the wind first. You can almost do this as a no move. What I mean by no move is you don't move the ball. You may put spin and all that stuff on there, but you don't move its original setup. You put all your spin on, you get it lined up the way you want to the cup, then you go work out the wind. But you never actually move the ball from its original spot other than to work the wind out. We'll see if this little extra ball guide actually helps. It can't. I suppose it can't hurt. See, they moved it. Now they're going to set it up, do whatever spin, whatever they want, and then they'll take out the wind. And they never did take the wind out. They just eyeballed it. That should come breezing through there. Nice on. Nice. 3.1. 3 rings, exactly. I am going to move it just a little. If I can get it where I want and it stays there. 3 rings, exactly. There's 1, 2, 3 rings, exactly. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Let's get this one time this week. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah. Left it a little short. Arr. Arr. But once again, I like taking short putts, so I got that going for me. Dag nabbit. In the hole. All right, all right. All right. What are we on? We're on hole number 17. Hole number 17. What is? Hole number 17 is the last of the par 4s, and we really, really, really need to get this hole. So which way is the wind blowing? The wind's not helping or hurting us. I'm going to take my number 1 bag, and I'm going to take one of those balls that I bought. It gives me a little bit of topspin and a little bit of power. 1.1 times whatever the wind is divided by 2.8. All right, and I need to put just a titch of overpower on it. Because in my main account, I was doing one less than max topspin. But here, and that's with 7.5. And here I'm going to have 5. 6. And I got a little bit more power now, so I've hit this shot and been right off the green and had to take the wedge shot up to the cup, but I'd really like to either be like literally on the fringe, or if you can just barely catch the green, it'll roll. It does funnel down towards the cup. But this hole is critical. I really, of all the holes, this is the hole I've got to do good. Got to pick this one up. This could make or break the round. And there is a little bit of forward moving wind there, so I am going to put any forward moving wind back in. The thing is I don't have the ball guide to tell me where I'm actually going on at the end of the run, and it's easy it's easy to get off trajectory there and end up, you're at the very end of the run. You have no control over it at the very end of the run. I'm not sure whether they were expecting anything different than that. Hey, get off there. 3, 1.2 rings. .2 rings. I'm going to put any of the forward moving wind back in, which wasn't a lot. And I'm going to do a little bit of overpower. Hitting it perfect. Now it's all about the trajectory that you can't see, whether or not that trajectory's right. And it kind of will funnel down towards the cup and bowl around it. Excellent. Excellent. Fantastico. That shot will work. That dog will hunt right there. I'm not sure what a Malibu hits. I know a lot of people will use a Malibu. It's a Tour 3 club, and you will get a lot of cards for it, and it is a very popular sand wedge in the beginning part of the game. A sand wedge to me is very much like your rough iron. I want one that hits the farthest out. So Spitfire hits far. And it has lots of topspin. .23. Now I was at 21. I was in the top 10. Let's see how much the 23 moved me up. This last hole is going to be super critical. I haven't made an Albie on it yet, but I'm right there. Look at that. Up at the top, close to it. Now, man, an Albie would really be critical. Really be critical here. Let's see what they had for their opening round. I would have got them in tiebreakers. Now we need to get how many people haven't qualified yet? Probably quite a few. Got a few people. 1. Yeah, so there's a lot of people that haven't finished their round yet. So we got a lot of people coming up the charts. All right, that wind, I'm going to use that ball again. This ball. To try and get me up there, and I'm going to use that bag. Now, That's not gonna. Trying to think about whether I put on. I was trying to think about the spin on the end. All right. I think my chances of making it with this account are grim. That's the only wood that I have. Now I do have my big dog open. I'm not sure it's any. It's definitely worse with the ball guide. And I think you do put on like one backspin on this hole. So I'm gonna just play it. Play it. I'll open up a chest. Watch. Well, I'll get the kingfisher here. No dice. No dice. Looking round. Hole number 18. Okay. I got the right ball, got the right club, got the right stuff. .1 times whatever the wind is, divided by 2.8. Maybe kind of in the center of that fairway. Give myself as much run forward as I can. 3.9, 1.53 rings. Do 153. Getting it perfect. Not trying to do. I had room here to do max overpower, but not wanting to do, just try and keep the ball in the center. I don't need to do the max overpower. That'll put me right at max, pretty close to max club, not quite at max. 370 with this account. I'm trying to hit it to 385 to 390 with my 77 account, because it puts me right at mid club. And that's with no overpower, no nothing, just stretching the top spin out with a power 3 ball. Big difference in power from clubs. This club's hitting 224 and my other one's 330 or 236, so the club itself automatically hits 12 yards further, and an extra 5 topspin, 4 topspin. That side over there is a losing proposition. Even the second shot, even if they were in the clear, sucks. So 3.8, there's max. 3.8 divided by 1.9. 2 rings. I'm going to do 2 rings. Two rings. Hitting it perfect. At least I hit the last shot of the round perfect. Probably needed to put just a titch of either a sliver of backspin or a titch of topspin. All right, a 25, which is one more than I had really kind of planned on in this count. My whole goal was to go out and shoot a 24 just to shoot the minimum score, but picking up those 2 on the back was helpful. I got 8 both times. That's really helpful. And I ended up with a short putt, which is extremely helpful. Yeah, it's not that short. This is a mid-length putt. I'd rather be like half that distance. I mean, come on. Let's make it easy on ourselves. Yeah, that side over there is just a loser. I at least helped him get the birdie. Not that that'll help him, but it's better than a par. All right, at the top so far. We'll see how it goes for the rest of the weekend, or the rest of the day. I got 7 hours and 34 minutes, but I'm gonna play. I'll play my 77 account next, and it is definitely tight, and it's tight up at the top. There's just gonna be a bunch of people up at the top. I won't be surprised in that account if there's not like 5 or 6 people at 32 plus. So it'll be super tight. That's just the difference. That's what always cracks me up when people are like, "Oh, you're playing," and you play wherever you want. Just play wherever you're at. The mass majority of the people wherever you're at, your competition is going to have the same stuff as you. So you're going to be playing against people with the same quality equipment, and then it all boils down to skill level. There we have it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully everybody had a good time. I'm glad I finished off on the back with those the first 2. I can't believe that I made number 11. That's the one that really is the shocker. That's a tough eagle to get with a low level account. But getting 8 both times definitely helped. So there we go. Have a good one. If you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe, hit the like button if you liked the video, and hit the bell to get notifications. Catch you on the next one.